dream. We were slipping.
Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, my YouTube fans. I missed you. It's been a long time, and for today we come with a very vital topic, and this is how to avoid making bad decisions. And so this is one of the most vital information that you have to know. Of course, you find that you are a leader, you're a parent, you're a student, you'll have to make decisions in life. And so today I'm going to talk to you on how to avoid making bad decisions. And so you know that you always have to make decisions, whether bad or good. You just have to make a decision, and decisions where this is whereby you just have to make a good and better decision that will get to improve your life. And so I'm going to talk to you 5 main tips on how to avoid making bad decisions. And so number one, we have, first, before making a decision, you have to establish a positive decision making environment. Like, let's say you're a student, you have to consider interpersonal issues. Maybe you're a parent, you're a teacher, you have to consider interpersonal issues around you. You have to also consider the stakeholders around you. Let's say if you're a student and you want to make some decision. Let's say I can remember when I was in high school, when I was in Form 2, that time we were supposed to choose subjects, and so I was in a dilemma whether to choose physics or whether to choose business studies. And so I just decided to talk to my teachers, my parents, my head teacher, my principal, my principal. And so this is whereby we are also given motivational speakers to speak to us. Those are interpersonal issues that you have to consider around you, whereby you have to talk to your stakeholders and tell them that I want to do this and that, how can I manage it? And so that's the first step that you have to do before you come to a conclusion. And as you all know, that whether you are being told or you have been motivated, you have been given different talks, at the long run you are the one to decide what to do or what not to do, which way to take or which way not to take. You're the one, at the long run, you have to make the decision. And so the next step that you have to do, you have to generate potential solutions. This is whereby you have to come up with alternatives. Like, if I do this, what will happen? Like, alternatives. You have to come up with alternatives and uncover the alternatives that you have to take. And then number 3, you have to, after generating the potential solutions, you have to explore the alternatives, explore those alternatives and here, this is whereby you have to consider the risks that you have to take. We have risks. First, you have to uncover the risk and understand the risk that you are going to take. And then here, you also have to consider the consequences. As you all know, choices have consequences, and no choice that you will take, it does not have consequences. Of course, choices have consequences. You all know that. And so you have to consider that if I do this, what will happen next? What benefit, or how will it benefit me? You have to consider that. And then you also have to consider if it is realistic, if the choice that you are going to make is realistic. And so this is where you have to consider that, of course, is it realistic, or is, like, for example, I have just told you that I had to choose between physics and business studies, and so I had to choose. I was asking myself that if I choose physics, am I realistic to myself, or is it realistic? Like, you find that some people, you just find like you have chosen physics and you know that you perform poorly in physics. Yes, you know that you perform poorly in physics, and so you have to make the choice that you are going to make. It just has to be realistic. Like for example, let me say that you have just finished your form 4, and so you are in a dilemma that should I get married or should I go to college. So it has to be realistic. Yes. And so the fourth point, you have to decide. And so this is where it might be exciting or it might be stressful, because you have come around all the interpersonal perspectives, interpersonal issues, the alternatives, the solutions, and so here you are, that you have to decide on what to do. And so here maybe you are confused that should I do this or should I not do that. You have to decide, and whatever that you are deciding, it should be realistic, and it should be benefiting, and it should also make sense. And so the fifth point is that you have to, after deciding, then you just have to communicate. Yes, you have to communicate, and then you have to check on your decision, that this decision that I've just made, the alternative that I've just chosen, is it making sense, or is it that after I have reached a certain point, it will make me to be regretful in life, or it will make me to be always sad, or it will affect my life in a negative way. And so you have to check on your decision so many times, and then you have to implement on that decision. You have to communicate to the people who gave advice. Like, let me say, now that I was a student, I'll say that, teacher, I've chosen to take physics because, and then you explain why have you come, and you convince them that why, how is it that you have come to make that decision in life. And so that is it. So in life, just avoid making bad decisions. You all know that I've told you that first you have to establish a positive decision making environment, generate potential solutions, explore the alternatives, then decide, you check on your decision, and then the last one, just have to communicate and implement on your decision. And so that is all for today, my people. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, like, and download. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, and like. Thank you.